Welcome back to Third Phase of Moon. Blake Cousins here. We got a special report for you. Lots of UFO videos on the table. In tonight's episode, we're happy to be with you live right here from the big island of Hawaii. Yep, it's live. We see everybody in the chat. Brent behind me's going to be ingesting some of the videos in tonight's episode, and that's Brent, B-R-E-N-T. All right, so let's start with the videos, guys. It's really good to see everybody joining us. Make sure when we're live, just copy and paste this link to your social media to let people know that we're live. Maybe later in the show, we're going to be asking people to maybe join us and give us their opinions in regards to some of the evidence that we're going to be showcasing tonight. So let's just do that now. I'm going to copy this, and then I'm going to copy paste it into the chat room. So if you guys want to come in and chime in later in the episode and come in and refer to what video you want to talk about, and then we could bring it up and then discuss it. So let's get going. This one's pretty creepy, guys. When I talk about bizarre in some of our titles, people say, oh, that's clickbait, or Third Phase Moon's just putting clickbait out. No, we're not. We're actually showcasing, like in tonight's episode, you're also going to see a helicopter, which appears to be in hot pursuit of a UFO. So this one, before we get to that, let's get into this bizarrio one coming out of South America. Guys, take a look at this. All right, let's look at this once again. The guy's looking over his shoulder, and then we're looking at something in the sky that right now I can't give you any explanation to what it possibly could be. This video has obviously the red circle highlighting this object, but look right here, we get a good look at this. This is, again, bizarre. It's almost seems as if it could be, dare I say it, some people might give me a hard time for this, but that biological aspect when I'm looking at this is something coming to my mind here. Look, when we get a good close-up, it's not any kind of drone, and again, it almost has this organic look that there's these ridges around the craft itself that seem to move. Look at this. Let me see if I could get a good pause picture right at the best point of there is one moment of nice clarity, but you can see it undulating right there. There's something going on with this UFO. Guys, any ideas? Let's see. What are people saying here? I guess Oregon says they're balloons, but again, I don't know. It's very simply, it could be, maybe right, but then again, it's just, it got these guys' attention on the ground. You have these people stopping in traffic, they're yelling. Let's listen to these people and hear their reactions. So guys, what do you think? What's going on here? Could it be just simply balloons? Obviously, that's Arkham's razor, and that's the first reaction. But then when you look at it a little closer, as I was showing you earlier, that it has this organic feel about it. But again, it has the people's attentions. ET, not exactly sure. I'm not going to say it is, but I will say it is interesting. Some of the sightings coming out of that region. South America, Mexico. Jaime Maussan was giving us a heads up on this video, so we thought we'd share it with you. Now, let's get to the next one that's coming in. And it's kind of interesting. When you're talking about engagement with helicopters or jet fighters engaging the unknown, like a UAP as they call it, we choose to call it the UFO. or meta propulsion craft or vehicle, when you have this engagement between jets and helicopters caught on video, it's interesting. Again, this video, it's the quality's low. It was shot at night, but again, there is something that's captured that when you look at it closer, again, I don't have any explanation at this moment to tell you what it is. That's why we're sharing these videos with you in real time. Let's bring in the next one. Guys, watch this. All right, guys. Guys, we're gonna get a little closer look at this. Again, to the right, you see this blinky aircraft, and that is a helicopter. You can see it. It's nav lights reflecting off the ocean down below. But this is what it was chasing. This is a close-up still, the best I could do to enhance this object that whatever the helicopter was in pursuit of. This is it right there. So I'm doing a little bit forward and reverse. It almost has this kind of helix vortex kind of a feel to it, a spiral shape. It's green, but then again, this is coming off the original video. I've got a really good close-up look at it. There's something very strange. Again, a helix vortex thing kind of going on. Could that be the shake and the undulation of the camera? Look, there it is. Here's the original video. There's the green object, and there's the helicopter right behind it. And then if you look closely to the right, this object, whatever it was, is there, and then it seems to take off and vanish out of sight right there. Did you see that? Let's play that again. So let me just break this down again. There's a helicopter to the right, and then the green spiral-shaped object. And then as we play this, keep an eye on this green object and see how it just kind of dissipates and seems to almost take off at a high rate of speed. There it is. It blinked out of existence. Kind of interesting stuff here. You can see that people on the ground were wondering what the heck. The lady turned back to the camera person and said, "Did you just see that?" And again, it seems at one point this helicopter, as again, you see the nav lights reflecting on the ocean there, or a lake, in hot pursuit of this strange organic green illuminated object. Could it be a drone? Obviously it could, but again, the way it just kind of took off out of sight was very interesting. Let's take a closer look here. All right, so people are looking at it. Some people call it plasma fuel. John Kurtz states plasma. Patrick, appreciate that. Your statements here. That's pretty freaking crazy. I concur. It's like this is a weird sighting. Again, I have no answer for you guys. This is very bizarre at this point. Somebody's saying it's a Stargate portal. If we don't know what it is, speculation is all we got at this moment. All I know is it's a UFO, guys, and that's why we're here sharing it with it to you in real time. And again, there's some crazy stuff that has been submitted to us over all these years, but it seems that things are on the rise in regards to the phenomenon. Now, here's something very interesting. Okay, there's a glitch. People say that they've captured it on film. There's some kind of weird glitch going on in our life. Everything maybe not being reality. Here's one of those videos. Could it be maybe just parallax that's messing around with the camera? Anyway, it's an airplane that's just frozen in the sky, captured by multiple eyewitnesses. we thought we'd share with you because, again, it's pretty interesting to look at. Watch this.
All right, everybody sees me walking. I'm walking. Look. This plane isn't moving. It's not moving. But it sounds like it's moving.
All right, guys, look at this. There's the Cessna airplane, obviously pulling a banner, but pulling it going nowhere real fast. Heavy headwinds. Rough journalism states here. Let me see. He said some people are saying it's a windy day. Obviously, this is interesting as we're looking at it. If the headwind matches the airspeed, it will hover. Yeah, Patrick, I agree with you. It's interesting because there is a banner, and it's definitely behind it. Let's see if we can see those trees and see if it's a windy day or not. But again, it's not budging one single bit. What happens when you run out of fuel at that point and you can't get any headwind? This thing's just stationary in the sky, locked steady. It's pretty, you might have to, we're there. It's interesting. We're there in Santa Monica when Harrison Ford crash landed his experimental, what he had an old, what kind of airplane? I'm not exactly sure, but he landed it in the Santa Monica golf course. And we were there the day afterwards and saw the damaged golf with the green. I think it was on the putting green or really close to, I'm not sure, maybe the 8th hole there. And the eyewitness said that he saw actually Harrison Ford land his airplane right there on the golf course. And he said he landed it like a helicopter. And he didn't crash. He said it just came down straight down. But could you imagine being the pilot and having to try to maybe get to the airport and you're just kind of stuck there? That's pretty incredible stuff here. Maybe he's just having fun as well. Maybe he's just a hot dog pilot and he's just having a great time and showing off. And maybe he's just stalled it purposely and playing with his, his speed on his airplane here. I see we got people joining us as we're doing this live show, and they're standing by below. So let's bring them in here. We got Andala. Let's bring in Andala. How you doing, Andala? Welcome to Third Phase. I think you're muted. Yep, just unmute yourself, and then Abdullah, how you doing?
Hi, how are you? Greetings from Australia.
Oh wow, great. Thanks for joining us right here at Third Phase Moon. You're coming in loud and clear. So let's go over a video that you any thought process of any of these videos, any stand out in your mind as well?
The first one that you showed, I believe it's something of ours. I'm someone that's done a lot of research in the UFO field for many years. In fact, I gave you a super chat a couple of episodes ago, explaining to you the frequency of UFOs out here in the outback, and with this craft here, we have to remember just how much our government, our private enterprises are actually involved with black operations. And I actually co-authored Tony Rodriguez's book talking about the 20 Year and Back program, and he stipulates just how much technology is available off-world. And can you hear me?
Yep, we got you. That is the big question, right? Because a lot of people will immediately assume a lot of these sightings are extraterrestrial in nature. And here at Third Phase Moon, also want to find out some of this technology that seems so beyond imagination may be harnessed by our own human mental capacity. So this is the stuff that we're trying to expose. Again, this one's interesting sighting here. Let's bring in another person that wants to bring in. Let's see. We got I think there you go. We got Burn Eye. If I'm saying it properly, how you doing, Burn Eye? Welcome to third phase. He stepped out. All right, Burn Eye. Maybe next time. You know, it's interesting because to be on top of this, we really got to look at everything really, really close. And there was this report that we put out on Third Phase of Moon approximately a little less than a week in regards to Santa Monica and Texas, this mass sighting on the pier. Do you remember we put this video out if you watched a few days ago?
Yes, I saw it.
With a bunch, all the teenagers are up there playing around. And, you know, we were calling it out back a week ago saying, hey, look, this seems very suspicious. But what's interesting is the major news picked up on this story. And we were saying cautiously that, look, this video seems that it doesn't seem genuine. It seems that all the people that are involved are young characters. And let's just bring up this clip, what I'm talking about here. And it's interesting. This is the video I'm talking about. So this is the video we covered a week ago. And now there's this statement by a young lady saying that she was hoaxing this whole thing all along. And she fooled everybody. And she did. She fooled the major media. That's for sure. And I thought that was pretty interesting that she came forward and purposely wanted to you know, mislead. And we were putting it out there like there's something going on here. Tyler Savino, thanks for the $10.
I think that you're going to see a lot more of these. I think there's going to be a lot more of these preliminary false flag sightings to pretty much pique the interest of people, but most of all to confuse the public of disclosure, because I truly believe that disclosure will not come in the way that people hope it will come. I believe that we, the people, are the ones that are going to be having the disclosure amongst ourselves, because I truly believe we will never get it from the government.
See, when we're playing this video, again, let me just refer everybody to what we posted last week in regards to this one. It's funny, everybody was hoodwinked. They were saying these were drones. They even had a drone expert on the news saying that this is some kind of backyard do-it-yourself drone made by kids. We're saying, no, this isn't what's going on. There's a stunt going on. And here, listen to what we said last week in regards to this.
Well, that's a UFO for sure.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Oh, whoa. What is that?
Are reflecting off of.
That's pretty unlikely. So I'm still thinking that this may be someone testing their do-it-yourself drone swarm.
All right, guys. Well, that's coming in from an expert. Do-it-yourself, doing backyard drone builders are. See, this was recorded last week, and people think there are drones, and all along we're saying no, they weren't. See, a lot of people believe that these were drones, and now anybody that's admitted, they take back your word if you thought these were drones in the first place. And because the girl, let me just put it this way: this is the girl came out today and put out a video on YouTube and admitted the whole thing was fabricated in CGI. And she made this really amazing admission, and all her friends were there admitting that they just pulled off the biggest stunt and fooled the major media. In my opinion, this is something that nobody should ever do. That's what clouds everything up. What do you think about this young woman trying to say that, you know?
I think it's horrible. It's just taking away from the real things and like the real work out there. Hi, Blake, Brent. Sorry, guys. I tried hitting on mute and I cocked out earlier there. like I'm part with the alien scientist in the APEC research group, the anti-gravity propulsion engineering conference every 2 weeks. The next one's this Saturday. And it's like people that do these fakes, they totally take away from the serious science and the serious research that's out there trying to advance these things, this technology, and make sense of what's really out there.
Yeah, again, this is what we're saying last week, and it's interesting that the major media fell for it. And this lady that said that she fooled everybody, she could have just went to third phase of the moon and said, well, at least we didn't get fooled. Listen to what we say here. Or seemingly define the laws of physics. If those drones are moving that fast, you show me what kind of drone that is. It's just incredible. What he should have said with proper language, and he should have just agreed with the news reporter, because he's kind of onto something, that it most likely are laser lights in regards to what's going on here, or augmented reality, some kind of phone app, because it's really interesting that the eyewitnesses are all these teenage kids, these younger generation. We haven't seen any kind of reputable people come forward with any kind of really compelling evidence, except. So that's what we're saying here a week ago, saying that it seems very suspicious. You got all these young people involved. And again, I was calling it augmented reality. What
That
we
was
found
the
out.
perfect description of it, and you guys nailed it right there.
Yeah, I appreciate that. That's what, it's interesting that that's what we're trying to do here. We want to just be looking at all the evidence and have an open mind, but not immediately go to the extraterrestrial point. But until somebody actually captures, we got to break the Roswell. We got to find those bodies, as Schratt says. Until we get that meta propulsion, that meta material, and without the bodies, we're just, we're going in circles here, because right now the Navy's admitted that they're not going to give us any more UFO UAP videos, because it'll jeopardize national security. Well, then why the heck did they release those in the beginning at all? Is my question.
Disinformation, complete confusion. It's complete disinformation. And I truly believe that people are completely confused and they don't know what to believe anymore. And I believe that's the narrative that they are continually wanting to follow, because inevitably, I believe a huge false flag operation will happen, a staged alien invasion, and people, are not going to believe whether or not it's true. I truly think even when an actual sighting happens, a large one, I really believe that, authentic ETs that are coming to communicate, everyone's going to think it's a false flag operation. Nobody's going to believe it. And that's what I truly believe. Disclosure, I feel, will never happen the way people are hoping it to happen, which is a shame, because I believe we deserve it. The human species have been separated and isolated for too long. It's archaic. Times have to change. I study physics at university. I'm absolutely frustrated with the academic system not introducing more of this in our program, within our curriculum. It's frustrating beyond belief.
Well, we're giving it our best shot. Appreciate that, Andela, and thanks for joining us right here at Third Phase of Moon and chiming in, because your words are very important. Thanks, Andela. Join us anytime. We've never met before, but keep up the good work. I know it sounds like you've done a lot of work behind the scenes, and we'll see you real soon, maybe.
Yeah, thank you. Can I mention where my work is?
Go for it.
So my website, I actually had a YouTube channel with almost 50,000 subscribers talking and sharing about this, but overnight my channel was booted, terminated from YouTube. I had no strikes, no issue, and all my, some of my followers emailed me the next day saying it was gone, and it was. So I started a new channel, andalara.com. All my YouTube stuff is up there. Check it out. I've been online for the last 2009. So, if you're interested, please check it out.
Thanks, Andela. Appreciate it. We'll talk to you soon. Okay.
All the best.
Bye. Yep. All right. Let me tell you, it seems like there is a suppression of information out there in regards to the truth of the subject matter, the phenomenon. known as the cover-up of UFOs, or of the technology as well. It's been suppressed, in my opinion. Obviously, there's national security reasons why we got to keep some things secret, but after 70 plus years, there's some advancement that needs to be trickled down a little bit quicker and sooner to the general public, and at least give us some straight answers. When the Navy said they're not going to share any more UAP video with the public, that's discouraging. And then NASA is saying that they're going to get into the UFO hunt. It just does not make any sense on how they're going to release the information to the public. In my opinion, it's just going to be released through outlets like ours. Third Phase of Moon dealing with the public, and somebody out there with the camera captures the phenomenon. So if you've captured it, send it to us. My email is in the description. Upload that video to YouTube, copy, paste that link, and give us a heads up on your incredible capture. You may see it right here at Third Phase of Moon. Appreciate some of the super chats. We got, let me see, Tyler Sarivano, I think I'm saying it right. He says he saw 3D above his gym about 10 years ago, and is at at 10 p.m. Funny thing is there's like 6 people in the parking lot, and I was the only one that looked up. You know, that is a sad statement. Nobody's looking up anymore. They're all kind of looking down at their iPhones, and they're not willing to think about other things besides social media. So it's interesting. Appreciate that super chat, by the way. Guys, we'll see you real soon right here at Third Phase of Moon. We've got some more things brewing and some pretty interesting submissions. Stay safe, everybody. We'll see you real soon.